2 amazing days talking with mostly women about how to run their business so it didn't run them. And one of the questions that came up, which I think is a great question, is should I be scaling? Should I be growing my business in this current market? So there's so much noise at the moment about how tough things are, costs are going up, people spending money because mortgage rates are high. And there's a couple of things behind this that I think you need to think about before you are looking to grow, scale, expand your business in this marketplace. And some of it's just really basic fundamentals that you should be asking yourself anytime before you grow or scale your business. So we were talking about this on the weekend in the context of beauticians and injectors, but this is applicable in any business, let's be honest. You need to know your numbers. So before you think about going, oh, let me open another space, let me employ 3 more people, let me scale up my production of my product, you need to know your numbers, because we don't want to scale what isn't working. We always say, if you're making widgets and a widget is costing you $1 to make and you're selling it for 90 cents, we don't want to scale that. That's scaling a problem rather than something that's going to make your life better. So know your numbers, know how much it costs to create each unit, to provide each service, know how much it costs to run your business on a weekly, monthly basis. So what are your hard costs, whether that be your rent, your power, those sorts of things. You want to think about what are these things that are making it work for me. Oh, hang on. Did I push the right buttons? Oh, maybe I didn't push the right buttons. I think I'm live in some places and not in others, but that's okay. We'll just roll with it. So we want to think about the numbers and are they correct? And then if they're correct, so if I'm making a widget for $1 and I'm making $1.50, then okay, cool. We know that we can start to think about selling more of those widgets will make us more money. So that's the very, very first thing, because you've got to remember, in a tough market, what they're really talking about when they say we're in recession is that our entire economic, the economic engine of our country has contracted by 0.5%. That's what they mean when we're in recession. So I don't know about you, but if my household income contracted 0.5%, there's probably not much I would change. And for many of you, you're working in markets where it's exactly the same there. Now, in every tough, challenging business cycle, and there's always a tough, challenging cycle coming. If you've ever been to Tony Robbins events, he talks about winter is coming. And yeah, it is always coming. If you're not in it, it's coming because it's cyclical. And so we will come out of this contracted market and it will expand again. Interest rates will drop, costs will get easier to manage. All of those things will happen. And great businesses are made in tough times. And the reason for that is because not everyone can survive them. So not everyone's going to make it through. That's not to be depressing about it, but it's also to look at what are the opportunities. So yes, you could expand your business by finding another location, bringing on more employees, but also in tough times, people that are aligned with you, so either your competition or people that are potentially serving the same market, they're finding it tough too. And some of them might be looking for a way out. So there might be the option to acquire another business and meld it into your one. Then it might be that that competitor just goes out of business completely. And so you might pick up some really affordable stock. You might pick up some cheap equipment. You might even pick up the whole business for something that's really affordable. So there are ways and times that you can grow in a tough market because it's not tough for everyone. And fundamentally, whether you are going to thrive or not in this market comes down to you. So the really terrible answer to can I grow in this tough market is maybe you can, maybe you can't, but you need to know the fundamentals. Is everything working in the way that you need it to be working? And then you need to look at it and go, do I want to grow? So for me, I'm always looking at, is this in alignment with what you guys want out of your business in the next 10 years? Because if yes, then we should look at it and we should explore it. And then we want to look at what's the best way to do this. There is so many different ways to grow. And in a tough market, new opportunities come up that don't come up in other places. But if you haven't got the fundamentals right, If you don't know what your costs are, if you don't know if you're making money on each one of your units of product or service, then you need to get in and dig in and know your numbers first. And then you can come back around and look at, is now the time to be growing? Because I have seen plenty of businesses grow in really hard markets. We did in our first in the global financial crisis with our tourism business. It's naturally a business that doesn't do well in tough economic times. It's really contracted. It's a luxury item, and it did really well during the GFC because we focused on our business. We focused on what we were doing, why we were doing it, how we were doing it, and we did really well. And we thought differently about how we could show up in that marketplace. And you can do the same in your business as well. So can you grow? Maybe. You need to look at your numbers. Is it aligned with what you want for your life? And then what are the opportunities? Because I promise you, in every market, regardless of what's going on in the economy, there are opportunities. I would love to know, what do you see are your opportunities in this market right now? Drop it in the comments below. I got a boost. I got another call. Nice to be home, and I'll talk to you soon.